Hello everybody, today I'm back with the final set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and let's get right into it with this first level here. Now I didn't have any trouble with any of the stages until the last two, so I'll talk about that when we get to them. But for this one, as you can see, there's a shell up top, and you just want to try to hit the shells. Each one going down, you start with the top one, then you make your way through to the second one and just go from there. And the main part of this one is getting the blue coins behind both the viruses and the and the crates, I mean. And I guess Roy would be good to bring in for this one because those crates kind of get in your way at some points. And you do have to kind of come back up and get rid of some of them. But I would recommend getting rid of the coins as soon as possible, because the flasks can bring in other objects there that are just going to get in your way. So yeah, I kind of didn't think of doing that. As you can see here, the flask is going to start spawning in some things that I don't really want. In a second here, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that coin got completely covered up because I got rid of the sides and then let it go. So now I have a lot more work to do to get rid of that, all those crates over there. But it also isn't too bad. Like I said, this was my first try and it allowed me to do this. And also, as you can see, it just spawned a shell there that instantly went off and got rid of that section there for me. But it can also be detrimental, as you can see. So yeah, it is sometimes good to have it spawn some things, but there also can be some bad parts to it. Now this level especially, I got really close to losing and just barely won, and it happened a lot of times with this last set of levels. And then in the final level I actually did lose. It was really close too for me winning, but I lost at the very end and then I had to do it all over again. But it was the opposite for most of the levels, where I was really close to losing and then just barely made it. So you might have that experience as well, where you might just barely make it when you finally do win. But as you can see, I'm kind of running out of capsules and there's a lot left to do. But the helpful thing is that there are a lot of bombs around right now. So all I need to do is hit like a few of the bombs and then everything's going to go off at once, which will clear up most of the section. I just have this bottom right corner here to work on. As you can see, I finally hit that bomb. And now I just need to get into the middle a little bit more so I can hit the rest of them. Like I said, I get really short on capsules. I'm guessing, yeah, I'm about to get my skill as well, so I will get 3 more capsules from that. But that does cut it pretty close. My main strategy at this point was to try to still get this coin, but also make sure to get through to the bottom, because that's where all of the exploders are and the final viruses that I need to clear out. And once I hit that red shell, all the viruses will be gone. So I just need to get to it. And that was a little bit of a challenge, especially with only 4 capsules left. But I was able to bring in that rainbow capsule, get rid of the red, then hit this blue. And yeah, like I said, I cut it really close. But I was able to bring that down and then bring this final capsule that I let go out with that red. So I had 0 capsules left, but I had enough points where it didn't matter. So yeah, that one was really close, but I was able to do it. Like I said, that's going to happen a few more times in this video. And we're going to get our final flying box as well. Let's move into this next one here. Kind of in a sort of Christmas tree fashion. Now, again, this was my first try, so I don't know if this is the best strategy, but it seemed to work. I targeted the coins because the rest of them were all locked up. So I started towards the bottom and started working my way up, and the level allows you to do that pretty easily. It can be kind of difficult to get into the middle sections if you don't have the right colors. Like here I have a blue that I don't really need. It's kind of just in the way. But I can just put it to the side and then start going in here. And I actually was able to use the blue. I forgot about that. But yeah, we got all the coins in that bottom section. So now we start working towards the middle. And it's going to be basically the same thing each time. just getting rid of the ones in the middle and then moving to the next level. And then after that, once all the coins are unlocked, we have to hit the rest of the viruses. All of the blocks need to be hit a few times to get the coins out of them, and then the final row of coins at the bottom are going to be a little bit of a hassle. I didn't think the blocks were that hard to hit. I don't remember having to come back and hit anything. They kind of just cleared as I got rid of the viruses. And the most trouble I had, like I said, was just trying to be or have the most efficient way in clearing the coins at the bottom, because there isn't a good way to do it really, other than if you use the ones above them to like the virus above it. If you put a capsule in between the coin and the virus and then put another one on top, you can like I'm just doing right here, I put a blue underneath, then I hit it up top, then the coin in the middle clears out, then I can use a green to hit it. But I also didn't want to waste any capsules, even though I clearly have plenty. I didn't want to just put any capsule down. But I think eventually I just kind of get over it and start doing the rest. Now what I just did with that green there was completely unnecessary. But now we just have a few blues left, and we just need a few viruses to clear that out. So yeah, as long as you know what you're doing, you shouldn't have too hard of a time. Again, just follow the line of coins and make your way up, and then come back down to the bottom. Like I said, you don't really need Wendy or anything because the blocks kind of clear themselves, but I'm not sure who else you would want to bring in. I really can't think of anybody in specifically. Maybe just like what's his name? Kamek? You could bring him in and get rid of some of the extra capsules you don't need. Anyways, let's move on to this one. Working with the electric boxes again, and a lot of iced viruses. I remember this one taking a while, but there are viruses in all those blocks. The flasks spawn more of the electric boxes, and you're kind of just working your way down. Starting at the top, trying to get capsules in between the iced ones because they are kind of lined up nicely like that. So if you can get a single of the right color in between them, then it works out pretty well. But sometimes the electric box is not on the right rotation, and you kind of have to work on something else for a bit and then come back to it. And you also have to get rid of the electric box in between the two same colored viruses so that you can put the single capsule in between them, if that means hitting one of them one time alone and then after that working on them together. That's a pretty viable strategy. But yeah, are the flasks also spawning in the shells and stuff? I think they are. So they can spawn electric boxes, shells, exploders. So I wouldn't suggest letting them go off, because most of the time you're probably going to get the electric boxes. But if they do go off, you're most likely going to get a few helpful things that will end up helping you clear the level. Like right there, I got a bunch of bombs that are in pretty convenient places that will help me clear it out a little bit quicker. I don't remember how close this level was. Like I said, it was my first try. I kind of didn't know what I was doing, but it was fairly straightforward, I think. So yeah, now I just have these bottom sections here. That blue one has a electric box in the middle that I need to get rid of so that I can start hitting them all at the same time. And then I just have these reds on the side here that are going to take quite a while because they're fully iced up. I also have the shell that I can release. And then I can get rid of that final electric box that I need to. The rest of them don't really matter. I can go around them basically. But I will clear a few out, and they do help you get points if you're maybe low on points or something. But I can't imagine you will. There's so much going on that you should have plenty. And then again, you can keep spawning in the bombs and everything. That will eventually help you hit the final remaining viruses. Again, you don't have to get all the electro boxes or anything. The flasks don't spawn in extra viruses. You only need to clear the ones that are originally on the stage. It's just that they're all in ice and will take a while to get rid of. But yeah, these shells and exploders will most likely spawn in and help you clear them pretty easily. And I just have these final two here. The red, like I said, I am cutting it close. I don't remember how many I have left, and I just used Wario skill. So I'm just hoping that they give me 2 more reds so that I can finish it up. And the flasks don't get in my way or anything. And yeah, I was able to do it just fine. 2 capsules remaining, 3 stars without the extra points or anything. And I got 250 from the flying box. As per usual, I saw some other people saying they also mostly got hearts, 250 coins, 500 coins. I saw someone say they got diamonds, but no one saw anything about the tickets or anything. So I don't know if tickets are even available in these flying boxes or anything. But maybe I'll get a better reward than we have. This stage here was again when I was able to be in my first try, so I didn't really know what I was doing for a lot of it, but I figured out before I even started that those blocks were not going to be cleared out, that they had the coins in them, so I'm going to have to clear the crates around the locks to get to the rest of the stage. So you kind of just have to get 3 single capsules down in the middle section so that you can get to the blocks. And then you can work on the rest of the level using the exploders to kind of get some of those coins for you. Now there are some viruses on the stage, and they will help you clear out some of the blocks and everything, but you don't have to get rid of all the viruses to beat the stage. You do have to hit them all at least once, I believe, to get the blue coins underneath them, but after that you can leave them alone if they're not in the way or anything. I don't think I even realized that. I think I probably go for all of the viruses. But just keep that in mind, that if they aren't helping you out, don't go out of your way to clear them or anything. Here I'm trying to get these keys now, the locks, so that I can hit these exploders a few times, get these blocks out of the way. I'd definitely say bring in Wendy for this one. Maybe Roy would be helpful, but the majority of the level is just hitting the blocks, and the crates are only in the way of the blocks. So if you can hit them by using Wendy's power, that would probably be really good. I didn't need to try and bring her in because I was able to beat it just fine. Now I kept trying to do like a cool move with a red and green capsule up top, but I never got a red and green. Eventually it just goes away, so you might be a little annoyed that I keep this around. I should have left that blue there and hit the green right away, but I kind of am foolish with this and waste a lot of my time just trying to do it. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter. I tried so hard and got so far. But you're gonna end up with those exploders at the bottom, and you're gonna want to use them to hit those side blocks there, especially the one on the bottom, because you can't hit that from the middle. You're gonna have to go on the outside near the exploders to actually hit the bombs and the blocks. But when you hit them, they should clear out the blocks around them. And then the top also has some that you have to hit a few times. But the viruses around them will most likely help you out. It looks like they try to stay towards... Oh, I guess they can go anywhere. I thought they would try to stay towards the top. But as you can see there, that red one goes in my spot of the green, which really annoyed me and legitimately almost cost me the level. But luckily I got some greens that I was able to bring underneath instead. And I got just enough so that I can use Wario's skill. But I also had the double red there, which gave me 3 stars anyway. So even if I didn't get that final skill, I still would have gotten 3 stars. It was cutting it close once again. But here's the one where I couldn't cut it close enough, and I actually failed and had to try again. And that is level 640. And I basically did the same thing both times. It just happened that the second time went a lot better. I think I finished with a good amount of capsules and everything too. But basically, you've got these 4 columns here. and you've got to get to the coins underneath. There will be a lock underneath some of the coins there that you'll have to, there it is, that red lock. Once you hit that, all of the bombs will be unlocked, and then it clears out the rest of it for you. So there's really no point in going for the sides unless you just have extra colors, because you really just need to get to the locks and get to the bombs. And that means, like, for me at least, right here, I need to get the rainbow capsule in between, hit the lock, and now use all my reds towards the bombs up top. And then once you get rid of all of the coins up here, you can begin going down to the next section where we have a blue lock, which will do the exact same thing. Once you unlock it, then all the blue bombs will be opened, and you can hit those as well, as you can see right there. But I still have to stay towards the top and hit these remaining red bombs. And make sure do not forget about them, because the stage is moving and you can get a game over if you wait too long. So make sure to go after them ASAP. But yeah, it's basically the same thing over and over again, at least for this section. Once again, instead of red and blue, we have a green, where we have to get rid of the side sections, make our way down to the lock, and then open it up and start working on the bombs on the sides. It is good to get rid of the floating viruses right away, because they just go straight down and will most likely go near one of their own color, and it makes it a little bit easier to clear it out by itself there. But yeah, I just need to hit that red once so that the green is out of the barrel, and then I just need to get rid of the blue next to it and can bring the greens down and unlock this final one. And it's the exact same thing as before. We are using the bombs to blow this up, bringing some keys down to the doors, and then the bombs will most likely get rid of the majority of the floating viruses. You will have to come back and hit them a few times, but the bombs will do the majority of the work for you. So yeah, like I said, the first time I cut it really close, but I wasn't able to complete it. But the second time, I did a lot better and had plenty of capsules remaining. I think I got like 12 maybe. We'll see here the final score. And yeah, it was 12. So yeah, I can see some people having trouble on it like I did. But just remember, it's the same pattern over and over again. Get to the lock first. Of course, the RNG with the colored capsules might not go your way, and you might have to try it again. But you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Now, the special stage I can definitely see people having trouble with, especially if you're trying to use Wario, because that's what I did, and it took me a while. I was able to do it with Wario, but I'm still curious to see, like, if I used Roy, would that have worked a lot better? Because I imagine that Roy would have been really good. And we'll see here in a second what the stage looks like. I'm going to do a few more character openings. I wasn't able to get Dolphin or Nabbit this time around. I'm going to continue trying as the doctor, the increased doctor rate event is still going, to try and get the remaining 2 doctors I need. I kind of doubt it at this point. I usually don't have luck in that kind of thing, but I'll continue trying. So I brought in the 2 bullet bills, and the only reason I won was because my assistant triggered, and I got my extra skill here, so that I just kind of got lucky with that. But I don't know if you guys would also be able to get that luck or even want to go for that. But yeah, right away I'm trying to use as little capsules as possible to get rid of that top section, and then start working my way through, and I get rid of the majority of the crates. So that's why I kind of think Roy would be good, because you could save a lot of capsules just by having Roy get rid of them for you. But you do end up at the end kind of going for blocks, which maybe means that Wendy would be good, because then you wouldn't have to go out of your way to get the blocks. I'm not sure, honestly. I just kept getting really close with Wario, so I kept going for it. But yeah, basically my strategy was to keep working my way down, and whenever I get a color I don't need, use it in another section that I want to work on. I try to get on this side of the block so that I can hit them a few times, but also continue working my way down and getting rid of the viruses. And just getting rid of the crates on top of the blocks allows you to get to the blocks underneath the crates and then hitting them for as many times as you need. And this is, I did the same kind of strategy many times, and this is by far the best outcome I ever had, and I still cut it super close. If I didn't use like that rainbow capsule to clear all those, I probably wouldn't have even beaten it. That's how close I was to losing this one. But I was able to do it without any diamonds or boosters and with Wario. And again, I think maybe it would be easier with Roy or Wendy or something. But I never tried it. Kept telling myself I'd try it if I lost again with Wario. But I kept getting super close and didn't want to give up. But again, it probably is easier to do it with those other doctors. But yeah, when I got here, I realized that I was probably pretty good, especially because I had that final skill up. And then I thought I had it already, but then I realized I had to hit it one more, and my heart kind of jumped a bit. But then I saw I had the double yellow and everything, and was able to clear the stage just fine. So yeah, I kind of made that look easy the way I did it, but I definitely did that like at least 10 times, the exact same way, and just did not get lucky enough, or did not, I wasn't skillful enough to do it the correct way or anything like that. But yeah, I had fun with all these sets of levels, with a somewhat challenging special stage, but not too challenging still, which is kind of the thing that I like the most. But yeah, I'm going to try and get those new doctors and everything still, and I'll see you guys next time for whatever comes next. Goodbye.